So I made this 2-day drive from the Bay Area all the way out to Silverton, Colorado. And this weekend is the Hardrock 100 Ultramarathon. It's a 100-mile run through the mountains, the San Juan Mountains, and there's 33,000 feet of elevation gain. These guys do this, the winner will be probably in under 24 hours. It's insane. I don't know how they can do it, but I'm not here to run it. I'm here to watch. So I'm a spectator, here to enjoy the views and meet people and talk with some of the competitors and stuff, and just kind of have fun. So I'm just walking around town. I already actually been here for only an hour, and I already got to meet Nick Coury. He's an 8-time finisher of the course. He's not running this year, but pretty interesting guy to talk to. He knows a lot about the race. He's from some of the top runners in the race. So anyway. So what's your name first?
I'm Nick Coury.
And you're Nick Coury. Oh yeah, my God, I saw a video with you.
That's me.
I had no idea. You're Nick Coury. I'm standing here talking to you. That's hilarious. Wow, amazing. So what were you saying about the uphill versus downhill in the snow?
Yeah, this year is it's not the snowiest year ever, but it's a pretty snowy year. There's a good bit of snow on the course. And so this direction is probably going to slow the runners down. There's a lot of uphill slopes, and snow just slows you down, especially depending on the time of day. If it's real early morning and it's frozen over, it's just really painful. If it's softer, it's still just mucky and messy half the time.
Yep.
And slower than if it was just dry dirt. The other direction, though, 2008 when Kyle Skaggs broke 24 hours for the first time, it was similar conditions to this. And a lot of those uphill slopes this year are downhill slopes the other direction, and you can just fly down them. Half the time you can just, blow past things that are normally rocky, and you can glissade down them. You can really slip and slide, and if you know what you're doing.
The technical parts that don't even matter.
It just smooths them out, and you can slide down almost like you're skiing.
Nice. So I saw the video, actually your brother Jamil made, right? And,
yeah.
And you made half of the video in it, but pretty cool video. I just watched that yesterday, I swear. But so are you running this year or no?
I was supposed to run this year, and then I fractured my sacrum in March.
Oh man.
And so I had to drop out, and I'm on the mend right now.
So is your brother running then or no?
No, he didn't get in this year.
Oh,
he didn't even apply this year.
He only gets in on odd years, he said.
Yeah, exactly.
This is an odd year.
Yeah, this should have been his again.
Wow. Cool. Anyway, so you said you pace you use pacers a lot then?
Yeah, almost every year I run this, I have pacers the whole time because I have so many friends that just want to come up here, experience the race, get out on the course.
So you got people volunteering and lining up to pace.
I have more people that want to pace than I have slots to pace, so I don't know that I need pacers.
Can they keep up with you though, or is it...
I have dropped plenty of paces on this course.
Wow. So do they let you have pacers for the entire course or no?
Only if you're over 60. If you're over 60 for safety reasons, they let you have pacer the whole time if you want. Right. Otherwise, it's basically the second half of the course. It's like the aid station before halfway.
Right, I see.
Yeah, and especially at this one, that's earlier than most hundreds because this race is so long that you're hitting night early, and it really is a legitimate safety issue. It's very nice to have someone with you when you're maybe not thinking clearly. Or
Pacers will help you navigate too, then, right?
Yeah, they can help you navigate. They can help make sure that you're not out of it, not getting into trouble, wildlife, storms, all of that stuff.
I've heard this course is pretty hard to navigate. It's not extremely well marked. So.
No, part of the philosophy of the race is this is a postgraduate run. It's for experienced runners. In theory, you should be able to do the entire course if there were 0 markers.
Yeah.
And that's not just a we want to be tough thing. It's a animals tear down markers, or people can sabotage them, or that I think happens less often, or sometimes it's in snow and the snow melts between the time it was marked and the couple days till the race.
Over or whatever.
This year is a good time that might happen. Unless they're out the day of checking it, some of the flags will fall over that were put in snow because the course is covered. So you have to be able to know enough of the course that you cannot rely on any given marker at any point in time. You've got to know what you're doing and how to take care of yourself out there.
So it's pretty tough to qualify for this race too, right? I guess.
Yeah, there's a list of almost the next toughest hundreds, and you have to complete one on that list in order even to apply, and then getting in is a challenge, especially if you haven't done it before. And the race itself tries to strike a balance, and there's not a way to help everyone where this race is what it is because so many people come here every single year, spend so much time in the San Juan Mountains, appreciate it, and they want to hold on to that, which is why their lottery favors veterans a lot more than most races.
Yeah.
It makes it harder to get in as a runner who's never done it, and it's just like it's a trade-off that there's no good answer for. Like,
Yep.
I know Hardrock would love to let everyone experience it during the race. Their permits are extremely limited.
Yep.
And so they favor the veterans so that it doesn't become like a lot of like, I'd say big races where people just fly in, they do the race, they leave. They don't want that to happen because you just have new people who have never experienced the culture. You want to keep enough people coming back that are part of it. You know, Camp Hardrock coming here 2 or 4 weeks early, spending as much time as possible during the summer up here,
Wow.
just exploring the terrain. So that's one of the reasons their lottery behaves a lot differently than others.
Yeah.
And yeah, and unfortunately, like, and I've lucked out that like I started applying right before it got really tough, and I got a finish, and that's helped me to do it more times. But I mean, you do see it. You see so many people here over and over again that it's really special. Like even other big races like Western States, people fly in for that weekend. They're not here for weeks and weeks beforehand, just hanging out.
Well, I think they don't need to acclimatize so much because it starts at like what 7,000 feet and ends at 4 or something. So that's less of an issue in Western States. At Badwater, I didn't go to Badwater. I did go to Western States this year just to observe, but at Badwater, it seems like they seem to pull in a lot of international, and they almost prioritize getting, a lot of international runners into the race.
Yeah, and I believe they hand curate their field, and so they can, they do it their own style. And definitely, they do like to pull an international field.
Right. But I think because of the prestige of this race, they don't really need to go out of their way to pull in international people. Killian's won it a couple times, and
and he keeps coming back.
Yeah. Do you know if he's running this year or no? I don't think he is.
Admittedly, I haven't looked too closely at the field.
Wow. Have you run the UTMB before or no?
I haven't.
Oh, you haven't gone over there.
I did OCC, which is the shortest distance there.
Yeah.
My wife and I
That's
did it
the
5 years
100K.
ago. My wife's doing it again this year, actually.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So we're heading back
OCC.
there.
I'm thinking the CCC is the 100K.
Yeah, OCC is 37 miles or so.
Okay. Yeah.
57K maybe, somewhere in there.
Huh. Yeah, I love the course. So you've been over there. I actually backpacked it in like 4 days.
Oh, it's
which
a
is
lovely
brutal.
course. Like it was fun doing one that was like half a day long, and then you get to enjoy the rest of the trip. That's always the trade-off of doing 100. Like you want to do the big race, like go travel for it, but then you're just so destroyed afterwards. Like you don't get to enjoy the rest of the vacation. Like your family or friends that came with are like wanting to go around and do things. And
Yep, you're wiped out for the next week on a cane.
Yeah.